Hello! It is Christmas Day, and that is what the Advent calendar was counting down to. Oh yes, so hello! This is an extra video to add on to the end of the Advent calendar, and it's an idea that has been hastily thrown together at the very last minute, because I felt that it would be a good idea to do so. So, I want you to vote on your favourite Advent calendar videos. Yes. Now, I've done this before for a previous. Did it for the first Advent calendar, and the winner went on to become a full Let's Play. That's not how I'm going to operate it this time. The reason for that is because when I did it the first time, it kind of didn't go very well, because I did the LP that people requested, and then it turned out to be one of my least popular LPs, so that didn't quite go how I planned it. However, this is how this one's going to work. This is still going to be. It's not going to be just, oh, vote for it and that's it. It's just a fun thing to do. No, the choices will be taken into account, just not directly, if that makes sense. So, this is how it's going to work. So what I want you guys to do is to go through, reflect on the Advent calendar and go, which videos entertained you the most? Which games were you kind of the most interested in? Seemed most interesting to watch and you'd like to see me potentially do more of. And what I'll do is I will take votes on that for the next week. I will take it all the way up to 2017. I think is probably the best thing. As soon as 2017 starts, that's when voting closes. So if you put your comment in after midnight, New Year's Eve, GMT, then it won't be counted. I'm sorry, that's just how it's going to go, unfortunately. But what I will say is this. You can list up to about 5 games. You can list up to 5 games. If you list more than 5, I will only take your first 5 choices. The reason I'm doing this, because I don't think I've touched on it yet, is that I'm still trying to decide exactly what I want to do in the next year. I want to try and change up how I do things a little bit. Obviously, I'm going to finish Uncharted 4. That's not going to stop. I'm not going to cancel that. That's going to be my first project. I've got 2 projects in line, one of which is Uncharted 4. Finishing that. There's another one coming as well that I'm not going to talk about because it's a secret. But I would like to do different things on the channel a little bit. And I think using this Advent calendar is probably a good way of sort of assessing what people enjoyed. So that would help in determining the choices. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to take the games that people are most interested in and do specific LPs of those games, but I will absolutely use all that information to determine where I want to take things. So, for instance, let's say, I don't know, if anything I say is probably going to guide choices anyway, but what I'll do is I'll look at what people were saying and go like, that type of game seems to be interesting. People seem very interested in seeing me play those sorts of games. So if I can do more of that sort of thing, that could be interesting. That could maybe show people more of this game. People were interested in this game and maybe I could do something with it. If not, whatever. I can do something with it. Even if I don't necessarily do a full Let's Play, I can do some video content on it, because I want to do sort of more interesting things beyond just Let's Players anyway, so we've got that too. So yeah, what I'm saying is, just vote for your top 5. It doesn't need to, if you can't think of 5 that you want, if you just got 1 or 2 or whatever, that's fine. But what I'm saying is a maximum of 5, so anywhere between 1 and 5. And that's really all I'm asking for, really. If you need a reminder of what the games were, because it's been a long month, and obviously Christmas has been distracting a lot of people as well, I would assume. But here is, in full, the final list. It was Xenoblade Chronicles, Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, Rayman 2, Sheepdog and Wolf, Epic Mickey, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Tomba, Micro Machines V3, Splatoon, The Last of Us, Everybody's Golf World Tour, Spyro the Dragon, Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Psychonauts, Gran Turismo 5, Heavy Rain, Grim Fandango, Parasite Eve 2, Infamous Second Son, Ico, Final Fantasy XII, Assassin's Creed 3, hell yeah, Wrath of the Dead Rabbit. So those are your choices, of course, and like I said, anywhere up to 5 of those games in the comments below. Like I said, I will only count the first 5 that you write. If you write all 24, I will just count days 1 to 5. So, yeah. If you want to rank them all, that's fine. That's fine by me if you want to do that, because that could be interesting too, but I'm not going to assume anyone is going to want to rank them all. So yeah, just whatever you felt were your favourites, really. They don't need to be ordered. They don't need to be like a top 5. I'm not going to count them like that. Unless you specifically say like I ranked them as a top 5, 5 being the one I liked least and 1 being the one I liked the most. But if you don't specify that, I'm just going to count it as just an amorphous blob of 5 games, 5 videos, games, whatever that you liked. I'm not going to do things in a quantitative manner. I'm not going to assess your things in a quantitative manner. I'm just going to take what you've got and kind of go, nah, let's see what happens. Alright, so, yes. And it'd just be interesting to see what people were interested in, really, more than anything else. So, yeah, you have until, like I said, 2017 in the UK to cast your votes. So that is, you have until midnight on New Year's Eve / New Year's Day this week, and it's midnight GMT, so it's UK time. So yes, that is what I'm doing. This was quick, I know, very quick. So just cast your votes on the 24 games that I've shown you to sort of say, I'd like to see more of that, and I will assess it and put it all together in a neat little package, and then we can discuss it. Sound good? I think that sounds good. Alright, thank you for watching all of the Advent Calendar, for those of you who've watched the whole thing. Thank you for continuing to support the channel over the past year and stuff, and I've got an announcement to make. I had a whole bunch of Ferrets Firsts to catch up on. Once I got all the Advent stuff out of the way, guess what I started working on? Guess when those are going up? Tomorrow. That's right, even though I'm taking next week off for the most part, there are still things I need to do in general, but for the next 2 weeks you're going to get a Ferrets First a day, because that's what you're getting. I'm probably going to be doing Rise of the Tomb Raider Last Guardian, maybe, I don't know. If I get them for Christmas then I will, and if I find the time to do it, I will absolutely do it. So, because I know you guys probably want to see those 2 games. However, I can guarantee you that all the PlayStation Plus stuff is going up, including 2 Ferrets First. This will be the first one tomorrow. The first 2 will be Ferrets First from that I recorded and edited, but never uploaded because I was so focused on fixing tech issues. You know, those 2 videos have tech issues in them, but I managed to work around them. But they're decent enough. I've managed to work around them. You've got them, and I just wanted to put them up anyway because they're there. I did them already, so I might as well put those up. So they're going up. Hooray! I think that's everything really. So yeah, that was a surprise for you, wasn't it? Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. All right, I will see you around, and we will have more fun in the new year. Cast your votes down below. Enjoy the Ferrets First that are still to come, and have a Merry Christmas. Thank you.